Hi, I was assigned Chapter 11. This chapter is all about organizational communication. I decided to specifically look at the cultural perspective and focus in on the interdependent level of values. Values gives us an insight on an organization's desirable or motivational goals. These goals often guide the way the people in the organization act and react to events that take place. If properly done, I do believe that a company's unique culture and proper values can have an overall positive impact on job satisfaction and work ethic. The reason why cultural perspective really caught my attention is because I can truly see how it plays out in the reality of the workplace. How I have experienced values in my life is from my current position at USAA and their distinct way of doing things. I knew from the moment I walked onto the USAA campus that they had a strong sense of cultural perspective. On my very first day, I was given a complete tour of the campus and then spent 2 weeks just simply learning about USAA and what they stand for. The pillars they stand on are honesty, integrity, loyalty, and service. They explain that everything we do as employees should stem from these 4 core values. They didn't just talk about the values of USAA. They represented these values through real life stories and people. There was one day that they brought in a war veteran who told us of how he lost his legs and received third-degree burns on the entire left side of his body from a bomb that exploded near him in Iraq. The veteran told us about the struggles of his injuries and coming back to civilian life after the war. He told us of how USAA helped him every step of the way, and that if it wasn't for the honesty, the integrity, loyalty, and service of USAA, he truly doesn't know if he would be where he is today. After hearing the story, I remember my face being wet from the tears, my heart beating fast, and my hand was red from gripping my pen so hard because I couldn't believe the story. I thought to myself, I want to provide that service to others. I felt extremely proud to be a part of USAA. So now that I've discussed the experience, I will now make some inferences. As I became more involved at USAA, I learned from other employees a deeper understanding about the cultural perspective and values of the company. The emotional tie to serving those who have served us in the military community made me want to give the best of myself. I was extremely pleased that I worked for a company that had these values, and I wanted to transfer that appreciation into my work. I have learned that when a company's cultural perspective is an ever-changing and emerging environment, it allows them to stay in their truth and values while also making sure they're always representing their audience and accomplishing their goals in a correct manner. This is why I believe my work ethic and overall job satisfaction has been higher at USAA than any other company I've ever worked for. Now that I've made some inferences, I will discuss how these inferences can be transferred to other situations. You can experience cultural perspective and values in an academic setting as well. College is the place where you are in constant shaping and reshaping of your values and perspectives. I remember walking onto campus the very first day of college and seeing a booth that was representing equal rights for women in the workplace. I immediately felt the value of the school and the value they had for diversity and inclusion. So in conclusion, based off my personal experience with USAA, I would have to say that a company's desire to have good values directly influences the culture of their campus and their employees. I truly have a new understanding of how this correlation impacts an employee's work ethic and overall job satisfaction. It only makes sense that when a company wants to do right by their customers and their employees, that the company grows into a desired workplace. Because to love what you do and feel that it matters, how can anything else be more fun?